India is known the world over as the Tiger Land. However, a fact not known to too many is that it is also the last remaining home of the Asiatic lions. These Asiatic lions have been persecuted over millennia to the point where in the late 1900s there were barely a dozen or so left. But by protecting them, protecting their habitat, stopping hunting, controlling poaching, their numbers have risen now dramatically, and there are over 500 of them in the wild. All confined to the jungles of Gir, located at the western tip of India. These dry, deciduous forests have proved to be a haven for the lions and a vast variety of animals. But summer months are tough. It's mid-June. Temperatures have soared to over 40 degrees Celsius. Most of the water points in the forest have dried up. Nani is a wise, time-hardened lioness. She has lived through many summers, but this one has been particularly harsh. Perhaps she is getting old. But she has the responsibility of her pride. Her two daughters, Laxmi and Rani, and Laxmi's 3 cubs who are barely a few months old. While Laxmi is still preoccupied with her cubs, it is Nani's responsibility to provide food and water while also ensuring their safety. She was lucky enough to bring down a big deer last night, so for the day her family has food. And there is a small man-made water pond which will quench their thirst. So the family can relax this afternoon. The children are happily playing around while the 2 daughters doze off. But Nani is worried. They are very close to the territory of Ganesh and Giri, 2 powerful males who rule over this part of the forest. Male lions do not take kindly to cubs, especially if they have been sired by another male. And unattached lionesses are also not treated well. She would be happier if they moved to another area. But it is too hot and there is no water point for a few kilometers. Nani will have to wait till night to make a move. The Asian lions may look similar, but they are subtly different to their African cousins. They are a bit smaller. The males have less hair around the mane, but they make up for that by having more hair at the tip of their tail. But one of the main differences is the way in which they behave, and that's all dictated by here where they live. Unlike the African lions, their prey is always around. There is no migration of big herbivores to have to follow and depend upon. That alters the way that they behave. So we've got small prides that have permanent territories. And it's the males that move around to visit the different females. Two or three males form a coalition to control an area of domination and all the females in that area. And this coalition has more than one group of females in their territory. The females live together, looking after and raising the cubs. The males will visit occasionally, but do not live with the pride. The responsibility of raising children is very much shared amongst the females in a pride. They show no favoritism and will care and provide for all the cubs equally. It helps that most of the females in a pride are related: mothers, daughters, sisters. In turn, the cubs learn to love all their surrogate mothers. Not only must the females keep the cubs safe and healthy, but as they start to grow older, they must also teach them how to hunt. Once cubs are mature enough, they start accompanying the lionesses when they go out hunting for food. Of course, all lion cubs are born with the instinct for hunting, but their technique will often leave something to be desired. It will take patience and practice till they perfect the skill. Till then, the females will have to look after them. Nani and her family have strayed into the territory belonging to Ganesh and Giri. She is scared that if the two males discover them here, they may be in danger. Nani is past the breeding age, so she does not enjoy any male lion's protection, but her two daughters would be a target. The males would want to establish their control over them to sire children. But before that, they would kill any cubs sired by another male. She tries to hurry the family along. As they prepare to leave the area, Nani goes to the water pond to get one big fill before the long journey ahead. Lakshmi and Rani are left with the cubs alone. She has been gone barely a few minutes when Ganesh arrives. He heads straight to where Lakshmi and her cubs are standing. Lakshmi is unsure of how to greet him. He sorts her aside and stops to sniff the cubs. Unsurprisingly, he gives them a rough lick and moves a little distance to settle down. Apparently, Lakshmi has mated with Ganesh sometime in the near past, and he has accepted the cubs as his own. Very often, the lionesses will mate with more than one male in order to have a better chance of protecting their cubs. Lakshmi's strategy seems to have paid off, and for now, her cubs are safe. Soon Giri also joins the group and the two brothers spend some time with the family. The females are still a bit wary and keep their distance from the two brothers. The cubs too are kept firmly by their side. Before dusk, the males leave to patrol their territory. The lionesses can go back to their normal routine, but at least Nani does not have to worry about the safety of her daughters and their cubs. For now, they have the protection of two powerful males. But where is Nani? It has been a couple of hours now since she left for a drink, but she has not returned. The afternoon sun is slowly going down and the temperatures have cooled down. Lakshmi and Rani and the cubs decide to look at the water point. The family has a cooling drink and settle down nearby. Evening gives way to night, and still no sign of Nani. Has she been scared by the two big males? Or has she realized that her daughters are old enough to take care of themselves, so she should let them lead their own life? Next morning, Lakshmi realizes that she is now the new leader of this group. Her mother is not going to return, at least not for now. She now has the responsibility to look after her sister and her 3 children. First and foremost, she must hunt and bring home food for the family. For the time being, they can stay close to the water pond so the cubs do not have to walk long distance each day. Leaving Rani to mind the cubs, Lakshmi goes in search of food. There is no dearth of prey in the jungle, but it will be difficult for her to hunt alone. Still, she must try and succeed. She hasn't hunted since the babies were born, and it appears she's not as sharp as she should have been. The first few times she manages to alert the prey before she's anywhere near to making a run for them. She's hot and frustrated, but she must carry on. It's almost night when Lakshmi manages to surprise a deer and bring it down. She decides to stay and guard her kill till morning, when she slowly drags it back to where the family is stationed. But not before she has had her share. As the group's leader, it is now her privilege to eat first. The last 24 hours or so have been tough for Lakshmi since her mother disappeared. But she has passed the first test. Over the next few weeks, she continues to work hard and keep the family well fed. With each passing day, the cubs are getting stronger. They no longer need Rani to babysit. She can join her sister Lakshmi in the hunt. The harsh summer months are also drawing to a close. The pre-monsoon showers have arrived, and soon the rains will fall in earnest. There will be plenty of food and water for the family. Rani has also matured over the last few months. She is expecting her first litter, and soon enough there will be new babies to look after and celebrate. Lakshmi's pride is growing bigger and stronger. But she still sometimes misses her mother Nani and her wise ways. Maybe she will meet her again someday.